I'll call it this call, thank you. She stands about 5'2", complexion of a nice Sierra brown. Her eyes are bright as the sun and her teeth are made of ivory. At the time, her hair was jet black. She sits here and she gives me wisdom. She gave me the strength to speak to you, and she gave me this tongue in my mouth. She gave me this voice for me to sit here and tell you my story from the burrows of my stomach. I may not have understood what she was trying to tell me before. As a teenager, I told her, Mom, why won't you just let me be? She told me, leave you be, then you will simply understand that you will fall victim to these streets. As I fell, I stood and I got back up, and she told me, if you fall, get back up. If you cry, dry those eyes. And I simply told her, thank you, Mom. Some people sit here and look at me and say, who do I have to thank for you? I told them my mama, with the simple help of my daddy. I thank her because even though I may not have understood what she was simply trying to show me, I understand now. At the age of another decade, at the age of 30, I'm able to understand the wisdom, I'm able to understand the strength, I'm able to understand the power. I'm able to understand that it's not just what you want to do. She always told me, you want to make God laugh, tell him what you're going to do. I led one direction and I came back a whole nother way. She stood about 5'2". She gave me my strength, she gave me my power, she gave me my voice. And I thank her each and every day. Thank you, Mama.
One more. Can you do one more?
I'll do this one only because it's the anniversary of something special for me.
There you go.
And that's why I'm a bit out of it, but I'll do it anyway. 600 1200 00919. 600 1200 00919. No, that is not my telephone number. No, that is not my social security number. That is my booking case number. Yes, I formerly resided at 1919 Hazen Street. Rosie M. Singer. Seems like a rehabilitation center because the amount of mental pills they say have popped to me and told me that I am schizophrenic, bipolar, and suffer from major depression. You would think that would be simply down and out, tied to a bed while they try to shoot meds in my arm. But no, I did not let them get that better chance. I sat here and said, I must have been punked or something because when those iron bars closed, I thought it was a joke. However, it was not. I simply stood there and leaked tears because I never knew who would have told me that that was the last time that I took my son in the bed. Who would have told me that I would have speaking to him over the phone by a simple operator that said, please hold, that within 5 minutes my call can be done. Who would have told me that 8 months later I would have been sitting here came out with nowhere to go, no food to eat, and no clothes on my back. I can simply tell you, when it's your time to sit down and listen, sit down. 600 1200 00919.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Phoenix Rain. All right, we thank you guys for coming out. We're gonna close with one last poet. Actually, we're gonna ask the audience if there are any poets out there who would like to share something before or after this last poet comes to the stage. This young lady, I just met a minute ago, but she comes highly recommended. So we're going to ask Cecily to come to the stage. Put your hands together for Cecily, y'all.
Bless me, everybody. How you doing today? Thank you for coming out and supporting local businesses. Thank you for coming out and supporting the arts. My name is Cecily and Nandi. That means blind happiness. And I'm going to read a poem of mine today called She. She is the conduit of birth. She is the portal to earth. She's 9 months of sustenance. She's the reason for our existence. She's the final decision of life's beginning. She's endowed with a heavy burden from the day she was born simply for being a woman. She is enslaved no matter how free she seems to be because society affixes blinders to her vision. But she manages to make her prison into a prism that reflects hope. She plays a role that few can fill because while she is expected to be vulnerable and docile, there is still much to overcome. And since the violence of man is not an option because she is a conduit of life, her revolution is a subtle one. She gives birth to man, to ideas, to plans, to action, to progression, because while man and woman must come together for conception, she carries the burden of manifestation. She is the foundation of the edifices of humanity that stand strong. She is reason, she is feeling, she is forgiving, she is meaning, she is hope. She is the song that lulls us to sleep during our most tumultuous emotions. She is awakening. She is the potency of indomitable will. She is woman. Thank you very much. I appreciate your ears and blessed be. Have a beautiful day.
All right, put your hands together for Cecily, people. Come on. Thank you, Cecily. Once again, this is Green Earth Poets Cafe. Are there any poets outside? Are there any poets in the audience? Anybody who'd like to read something or perform something before we close this down? Okay, this is the last call. If there's anyone who'd like to perform something, just 2 minutes. Come stand to the side, my left or my right side. And, okay, I guess that's it. All right, and what is your name, my sister? Igina? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Sister Igina.
Yes, peace and blessings, one love. For who don't know me, my name is Empress Igina. I'm a poet and a singer. Let's go on YouTube and put in Empress Igina and see if you love my music. Today is Emancipation Day. I'm from Guyana, and today is our Emancipation Day. And I'm gonna say this poem that I wrote years ago. It's called I Am an African Granddaughter. They took like 4 parents from Africa, tied up in chains under slavery pressure, working very hard and yet them suffer. Took so many years for things to get better. One day I have to go home to Africa. Land of great-grandfather and grandmother. I am an African granddaughter. 400 years in slavery. Man, woman, and child, some jumping at the sea. My brothers and my sisters, what a misery. Remember them that fought for us to be free. One day I have to go home to Africa. Land of great-grandfather and grandmother. I am an African granddaughter. And yes, them stole us. Them sold us. Them owe us. Them can't pay us. Them go away in Africa. Them go in Nigeria, Ghana and Guinea, and took us all over the Caribbean Sea. One day I have to go home to Africa, land of my great-grandfather and grandmother. I am an African granddaughter. Give thanks. Thank you everyone for listening.
Blessing. Please put your hands together for our queen.
Empress Igina.
Empress. All right, please put your hands together. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before we close this down, you know what they say at the club. This is the last call for any poets, any artists, any vocalists, anyone who wants to say a word or two to this beautiful group of people out here at the Farmers Market in beautiful East New York, Brooklyn, USA. Anyone else? Before we bring up our poets to close this out, we're going to bring up, once again, Neo Soul and Okay, we'll just bring up Neo Soul first. Neo Soul, and then we're gonna bring up Phoenix Rain one more time. Power to all women out there, especially our sisters. Come on, put your hands together for our women. Come on, sisters, let's hear it for you. You're my sister from another mister. So please, put your hands together for our sisters, our queens, our princesses out there, our moms, our daughters, our grandmas. Please, thank you so very much. Without further ado, Neo Soul.
This is for you. The one who has been beaten, mistreated, lied to, and confused. This is for you. The one who fears for his life, prays while he fights, learns lessons through life and smiles even though things ain't alright. This is for you. One whose image has been tainted, fantasies been painted, character assassinated, and whose soul's been reincarnated. This is for you. One who goes for what he needs, does his good deeds, comprehends what he reads, and too proud to plead on his knees. This is for you. One who should know his natural place, stop competing in this race. Sharp lines are left to be traced because a pale mind chumps your brown face. This is for you. One who's been hated, manipulated, genetically castrated, and whose image is rarely celebrated, because this is for you. One who grew up without a father, said forget it, why bother? He lives up the block yet won't try harder. I'm thirsty for his love and not water. This is for you. One who watched his mama sweat, took notes so he didn't forget what it took to get him where he went. Oh yes, college money well spent. This is for you. One who fathered civilizations that spread across many nations while his children turned to disgrace, and this is for you. One who idolizes the media, researches his history through Wikipedia, thinks he knows everything yet never picked up an encyclopedia. This is for you. One who created science, math, and history, whose story is all a mystery to a people without a validated history. This is for you. One who sags his pants to the ground, who looks more lost than he does found, and whose voice has no sound, because this is for you. One who respects his baby mama because she gave him all his children, but uses bait to gain women like fish. He is real, and this is for you. One who fought in the 60s because he was sick of protesting in the 50s, saying overcoming is an itch. This is for you. One who likes them bright and all right, yet his mama is looking like midnight, so it doesn't sit with him right if her looks are not pleasing his sight. This is for you. One who thinks he has it all, from his rise down to his fall, yet denying his ancestors' cause, because this is for you. One who feels he has something to prove to the world because he's less boy than he is girl, taking Erica places while forgetting about Earl. This is for you. One who claims to know who he is yet can't recall what he did, and when you're serious he wants to kid because in his lockdown mind, adolescence is his longest bid. This is for you. You see, I'm writing this because I care. As I see y'all in despair, they started killing you all off as they see it being fair. Let's keep them all in check since they act like savages and beasts. First we string them, bling them on the neck and then tie them at the feet. You see, all they want is the money and only concerned about the itches. Holding blocks down, corner to corner, never really obtaining any riches. The black man is sad and he thinks he has it good. From the stockbroker on Wall Street to the brothers out in the hood, he's too dumb to understand that the world doesn't want him here. No matter how many suits and ties you place on him, the world sees him as their biggest fear. He's gone from the epitome of perfection to something lower than dirt. They say he commits violence on his own, and that's what truly hurts. He was elevated, then degraded, regulated, then segregated, never can be duplicated, so everybody grew to hate him. He is your doctors, your teachers, your scholars, your preachers, your lower frequency beings, and your higher knowledge seekers. He is the man you say you love, the one you married anyway, the one whom you made your baby daddy, and according to you, the one who never stayed. He is the roster of the islands and the aboriginal from down under. He is the one who can make it rain and the God who can make it thunder. He is a healer in his own way, bringing solace where there's unrest. He has all answers to your questions because his life is one big test. He has to keep a cool demeanor, especially with those in power. Time is truly of the essence because at this time he is the man of the hour. They brought us back to 65 because they cannot hide it any longer. So we come back at them in peace since our unity is stronger. I know it's tough to make happen, but we must let them show their colors and let love heal the world since we all need each other. This is for you, and you, the one who lost your faith, and this is for you, and you, the one who has no problem stepping up to the plate. The time is now for our men to shine their light upon the world. Realize that we are people of the sun.